The season of discovery, they should relocate Mankrik's wife. Nothing says discovery like having to rediscover where the heck Mankrik's wife is. Okay, so you go to the crossroads as usual. Mankrik is there and he's like,
"Hey yo, I haven't heard from my wife. Go and check her. This is her last known location."
You go down to that hut where she usually is and you find her body in standard classic. But instead we find a blood stain, a weapon, and like a a footprint from one of the quill boars. So we take all that info back to Mankrik and he's like,
"I can't leave my post, otherwise I'm gonna get an absolute doo-doo.
How about you go down to Camp Tarajo where one of my boys is stationed and he's keeping an eye on the quill boar situation. He might have some idea of what's going on." So we go down to Camp Tarajo and we get there. We speak to whatever Tauren dude and he's like,
"Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on things and it's starting to buzz up. There's so much activity going on in the Quillboar camps. There is definitely something going down. Check it out, man."
So you go to like the 3 points in the Barrens where there's like that triangle kind of is where the Quillboars are at. And you go there and you discover a little clue or some kind of breadcrumb or whatever at each one. You take that information back to Camp Tarajo because of course you gotta make it as long as possible. It's still classic. You go Camp Tarajo and Tauren guy's like,
"It sounds like the Quillboar are gonna do a ritual sacrifice down at Razorfen Crawl. You better go and tell Mankrik ASAP."
So we book it straight back to Mankrik in the crossroads and he's like,
"I'm abandoning my post. Meet me at Razorfen Crawl. Need to save my wife. She ain't no ritual sacrifice."
So we get down there, he's waiting outside the front, we accept the quest, we go inside, and then he's again standing there, and kind of like it's an activated hard mode. It triggers a timer for you to do whatever you need to do, kill the bosses and whatever other little like tick box things to basically race to the end to save Mankrik's wife in time before the timer runs out and she actually becomes a ritual sacrifice. If you save her, that basically effectively replaces the escort quest that I think is at the end of that dungeon or one of the Razorfen dungeons, whatever. And you get an extra bonus loot cache at the end. And obviously Mankrik's wife is alive and the pair of them can go off into the sunset and have their anime beach episode together in Stranglethorn Vale or something. Classic, baby.